Our trusses are being designed and manufactured about an hour north of Saratoga here at the nation's oldest family-owned truss manufacturer.
Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Going all right, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
So you're part of the family operation, right?
Yep, third generation.
When did it start?
1960 in a little garage.
So that would have been what, your grandfather?
Yep, my grandfather, and then my father took over after that, and now I'm here.
All right, and from the little garage, what have we arrived at today? How big are you guys?
So now we have an 80,000 square foot facility here, and another facility down in Pennsylvania that's a little bit smaller, and we've also expanded our product lines as well. So we started with trusses, we went on to trusses, wall panels, and also stairs.
Gotcha. And how many trusses in general are you guys making every year?
So we push out of this plant and Pennsylvania plant about 14 million board foot of lumber per year.
That sounds like a lot. And in terms of the process, how does it all start?
So we first start by getting the architectural plans, or maybe it's a plan from an engineer. From there, we're going to design it to the engineered specs, as well as the codes per state, and put together a truss system that's going to work for our customer.
So whether you get a sophisticated drawing from an architect or a simple sketch from a homeowner, you guys can figure it all out?
Correct, yep.
And then in terms of our plans specifically, you've gotten those?
Yep, we've got them. Those are right over here. Hey, Kevin, this is Ken, our senior truss designer.
Ken, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So is this us here?
This is you.
What am I looking at?
So we've got a gambrel truss, okay, with an attic space in here to match up to what you guys have.
We've got living space up there now, and we want to keep it. So you guys had to build that living space in?
Yep, and then you also have this little bit of a stub truss right here to accommodate for the rest of that house.
So truly custom, you know, it had to sort of fit with what we had.
Yep, truly custom engineered design.
And then in terms of any truss layout, what are the parts and pieces?
So we have the bottom cord right here.
Made out of...
So this one in particular is a 2x10, and it actually is a Southern Yellow Pine SS Dense. So it's a little bit stronger than most 2x10s that you would get at a store.
Something you guys chose to hit the engineering specs for us?
Correct, yep. Because it's such a long span of no webs in here, it has to be pretty much the strongest material we have.
So if you have a bottom cord and a top cord, when you say webs, that's all the infill pieces?
Yep, so that's all the pieces on the inside here.
Right.
And then because this is an attic space, we have knee walls right here and here. And then we also have a collar tie.
And all one big piece that gets manufactured and stuck on a truck?
No, for your guys's, you actually have two pieces for this truss. This is one piece here. Okay, so that's the top of the one truss. And then we have a little teeny truss up here.
That little
and
triangle.
Yep, and that's just for shipping purposes, because otherwise it'd be too big to ship down the road.
Is the engineering on this all done and are you guys ready to build?
This is out in the shop right now.
Oh, let's check it out. So it all starts back here?
Yep, so this is our lumberyard where we have all sorts of different materials stocked.
Yep.
And this forklift operator right here, he's gonna get the job right from a tablet.
So that computer's shipping the info to a tablet in his cab there?
Yep, so we're a full paperless plant, and that tablet tells him exactly what to get, how many to get, what grade, what species, everything about it. So this is the next piece of this process right here. So this is where we cut all the pieces for the specific trusses. So every piece is cut custom. We have this saw right here that has 5 different saw blades on it. And that's just so we can cut just about any piece possible for these trusses.
So those blades are just spinning and you're just pushing that piece right through.
And he's just feeding the pieces right through.
Well, that's coming out fast and furious, huh?
That is. That's all the lumber coming off the saw. It's all cut to this final length and angle, and then it gets stacked up on these parts. We try to get it as neat as possible, so that way the guys out on the floor, they can just grab those pieces and go. They don't have to be fumbling around with what they're getting. They know exactly where things are, and basically it's all getting set up right now.
And what is the setup actually?
So the setup is putting this jig in place so that every single truss is going to be exactly the same. So we have these metal pucks right here and these blocks that go into specific locations so that when they're building it, they can just put that lumber right up to that location, not worry about the, measuring every single truss, because every single one's going to be the same since it's coming out of this same exact jig. Now right here we have the lumber in place. Now we have these plates with all the different teeth on there. So each tooth has an engineered value to it. All right, so when we're designing these trusses, we have different plates at each joint based on how strong that joint needs to be.
Okay.
All right? They're just gonna tack it in enough to hold the lumber together.
Couple key spots. Oh, top and bottom, huh?
Yep, the top and bottom plate, because you need to plate both of them.
Not fully hammer it in.
They're not gonna fully hammer it in, and the reason being is we have a press that presses these plates in at 1,000 pounds per square inch. So that way we know that it is fully embedded.
I mean, look at this right here. Every single corner, every single pin is now sunk into the wood.
It's sunk into the wood to get the maximum engineered output from this plate. Now it's being ejected into the center section there, where it's going to convey that truss outside.
How many of these trusses you think you're going to be pushing off of this line in a day?
We're usually pushing about 400 or 500 trusses a day. Wow. You know, we do have 2 shifts going right now, but that's about what we're at.
Well, I mean, it makes sense looking at the efficiency. These guys have just got it down.
Yep.
And how many of these trusses roughly are you making for our projects?
So we got about 27 for you guys, and then you also have 18 piggyback trusses, or caps, as some people call them. And the reason why there's a few less is you guys have girder trusses for each of your dormer sections.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. So to this pile right here, wrapped on the truck, sent to the job site for us.
Correct. Yep. It'll be there shortly.
Well, that is terrific. Well, I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.